Stu Gouts here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love a good gummy. Whether I'm on the golf course or winding down after a long day of carrying the show on my back, all I need is one good gummy to help me totally relax. And now, thanks to my good friends at CBDMD, getting Delta 9 THC gummies shipped directly to your door is not only possible, it's easy and affordable. How about that? Every CBDMD Delta 9 gummy is packed with 10 milligrams of THC per gummy, and let me tell you, buddy, they work. CBDMD also has Delta 9 microdose capsules that feature 1 milligram of THC, so it's easy to enjoy them whenever, wherever. And listen, I know it's easy to get confused with all the different Deltas out there, but Delta 9 THC is the same good old-fashioned THC we've all known and loved for years. To learn more about Delta 9 and everything else CBDMD has to offer, just head to cbdmd.com/Dan. Once again, that's cbdmd.com/Dan for information, education, and the best damn gummies you've ever had. Must be 21 years or older to purchase Delta 9.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings.
Why are you listening to this show?
The podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
I have an admission I'd like to make to the group. I said something, not last week because I was on vacation, but the week before, and I was wrong. And I think we should all come on here. If we make mistakes, we should admit to them.
I don't know about that.
Really, Roy?
Roy's just speaking for men.
Roy, you're just stubborn. On behalf of stubborn defiance.
That's right. You need to know every one of my secrets, no.
Underserved part of the community. Stubborn men. We should build out that commercial. Roy on behalf of Stubborn Defiance.
Yes, we should. Yes, the idea. Go ahead. Please continue. As Roy says, no, I will admit nothing. I will apologize for nothing. I will not give you any of my vulnerability. I will hide behind bravado and barbed wire.
And you can kiss my ass, too.
There it is.
You want to walk back that Panthers will win the cup in 5 years, Steak?
No.
Stubborn Defiance.
That's right.
I regret nothing.
See you with the cup in 3 years.
I'm Roy Bellamy on behalf of Stubborn Defiance.
We need to do that. You were saying, Chris.
I was wrong about not needing TSA pre-check.
Oh, wow.
And it was like society and the world was just like slapping me in the face because right after I did a whole thing about I can wait in line with the peasants. It's why you get there early. I believe my flight was a 7:15 flight, so it's an early get there. I might have gotten there a little later than I wanted to, but man, was it a zoo. I'm like, it's early in the morning. How much of a zoo is it going to be? It was a zoo. My wife was crying. She had to cry. We got there so late that they wouldn't even take our checked bags. So my wife had to talk to someone else to get approved. It was a whole thing. Then the security line took forever. We barely made it to the gate. And I was just the whole time, if karma's a thing, because I just did I told my wife once we got on the plane, by the way, I did a whole spiel yesterday and she's just like, this is your fault. And I was just like, it was like a scene from a movie, from what I said on air, and then seeing me in the panic in my wife and myself at the airport the next day. It was comical. I was laughing at myself.
I wish I was there.
You panicked is funny.
I love that happened.
I was almost doing the thing. I was almost doing the thing where I was like, I need to cut people in security. I was going to do the thing where I got a flight. I didn't because we just had enough time.
I wish you would have called me. I would have went straight to the airport to watch you do that. I would have went straight to the airport no matter the time. You told me it was early. I would have hauled ass, parked $60 to just sit there and laugh at you in that line.
Well, parking was part of the issue that made us late. I had to park in a different parking lot. Then I had to hop in a tram. Usually I'm walking right into my thing. Yeah. I'm waiting for a tram.
Uber,
I have less than an hour until my flight leaves, and I'm sitting at a parking lot waiting for a tram to take me 2 terminals.
I would pay.
Wow.
I would pay $2.99 a month to have a GoPro strapped close to your face. And another one that shows me what you're viewing. You panicked is funnier than anyone else around here.
Really?
It's almost impossible to envision.
And
You're the easy going
Well, I was also the one keeping calm because my wife was like losing
Well,
it.
this
so
is what-
I was the calm one, but
I love that she was crying.
inside,
No,
she was.
this is-
She
I've got
started
so many
crying to the
questions.
person, to the
You
rep.
piece of shit.
She's just like,
you made your wife cry.
We're going to New Jersey. We have to with it. And they let it. Crying works.
Chris, I have 1,000 follow-up questions that I would not need if you
You
managed.
subjected your wife to this.
If you managed to turn this into content, I'd pay more than two. I've just taken my price up. I'm bidding against myself. If you want to create my ability to see the moment that your wife breaks down, what caused it, what words, what she saw. If you can paint for me a detailed panoramic of how you went from however panicked you were before then to now, waterworks. Were you expecting them? She's lost faith in you. We're gonna fail. I no longer support what this is. It's not gonna get us there on time. Take us through the details of how you experienced she bursts into tears.
Well, there's initial panic, no tears yet. Once we're in the parking garage and we realize that where we wanted to park is full, so we got to go like 2 garages over, which is a long walk, so it's quicker to take a shuttle. So we're waiting in line for the shuttle. No tears yet, but she's looking at me like, I told you we should have left at 5:30 and 5, whatever it was. She said like we were debating over a half hour of leaving time, and even after that segment I did, I was like, it's early. Let's do a half hour later.
Mike,
than you're
why
saying.
are you enjoying
Because it
his
always
suffering?
starts with the "I told you we should have left
Yeah,
earlier."
I told you
let
so.
Me, let me ask you a
They
question,
should have went
Chris.
with an Uber
Put
there,
it on
Chris.
the poll,
What day
Roy.
did you fly out?
It was Friday.
You are so lucky that you got to park at a garage at all.
Yeah.
Because there have been times, multiple times now, where I get to the airport and there's just no parking. Yeah. And they say, no parking, figure it out. Yeah. What? I fly out in 30 minutes. Yeah. How am I supposed to just figure this out? You are lucky.
I'm very lucky. Hey, we got on the plane, but the tears started. So we finally get through security. We get on the tram. We get through finally to our gate. We get to the gate. We're like, all right, maybe it's not a zoo here, and we'll be fine. It's a zoo, and there's a long line just to check our bags before we go to security. We're trying to finagle the system. Like, can I just go to the check back, like the check line, and you go to sit? But they're like, no, we both got to be there to check our bags. We have 2 separate bags. So the tears happen when we get to the front of the check bag line, and we're like, all right, we got to check our bags. And they're like, what flight are you on? This flight. Sorry, you can't board that flight anymore. Like, we're not letting people, it's too close to the flight. And my wife just, please get talking. And she just like lost it. And then she started talking to somebody, and I'm like trying to, my daughter's right there. I'm like,
your daughter's there.
I'm
yes!
like, Graceland, mommy's fine. Evil. I'm like, mommy's just doing a thing.
Okay.
She's not
up.
really upset. She's just doing a thing
Wow.
to get us on the plane. And then
Is there
I got
a stroller?
Yeah.
Yes!
Is there a stroller?
Oh, a
Is
stroller.
there a stroller?
Why is mommy weeping hysterically?
And then it's like we got to ask for a manager. And once the manager came over, we got like he was like, "You're good. We'll get
Your
you
wife
on."
asked for the manager. Perfect.
And then security line. It was just a stressful 2 hours. When we got on, I've never high-fived my wife after getting on a plane. We high-fived.
You guys made it. That's wife privilege that you guys managed to get through everything that you got through there. I think most people are missing that flight.
The airport is too busy in the morning. It just did. Like, to Chris's point, when you have a 7:15 flight and you get there and the airport is packed, always catches you by surprise.
No, but Chris,
why did so many other people
this
choose
is the
this
worst,
life?
This
It's
is the
awful.
worst time to fly in American history, except for the first few flights when you didn't know if they were going to make it or not. Like, it's terrible time to travel. I'm more interested in why it is that Mike is delighting in every next detail that makes the chaos worse, which is toddler in tow, mommy's crying. It's insanity.
I'm
now.
the calm face, even though inside I'm like, I did all of this with this segment yesterday. If it wasn't for this segment, I felt like life was just like, you idiot. We're gonna teach you. You're gonna learn today.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
I got it on the way back. I have TSA now.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Good for you.
Wait, so in the airport,
congratulations.
out of your vacation?
On the way back, don't have to get me started. On the way back, we ended up having to be in the airport for like 6 hours because our flight was delayed. So we had a lot of time to kill. And I was like, you know what? Done with it. Doing it. Signing up right now.
You understand why I'm taking so much joy in this. Because I knew you were this wrong when you were giving that segment.
I was sticking up for the peasants. There's a lot of people for as awesome as it is. A lot of people, but that, to your point. So why isn't everyone doing it? And what happens if everyone does it?
Because everyone
all of a
is
sudden
lazy.
the TSA line becomes longer.
No.
You guys don't want everyone.
No,
to do
because
it.
it's
Correct.
streamlined. It's also streamlined. It goes slower, not just because there's more people in it that are generally lazy. It's not a cost-effective thing. It's, do I want to put in the time and fill out this paperwork and make an
No,
appointment.
but it's also the money of family that's hundreds of dollars for.
Yeah, but Dan,
you can wait in lines.
you hadn't had TSA pre-check, and it was just abject laziness.
The lesson is you're doing it for that one flight. The lesson is you're not doing it for every time. Most of the time, it's not that big a difference. You're doing it for that one time when you're running late. The one out of every 10 flights where you're like, holy shit, that's what you're doing it for.
It's insurance.
It's not that you're running late. It's sometimes days are busier than others, and you fly out of Fort Lauderdale, so I understand your very novice approach to all of this. But even if the TSA pre-check line is longer, and I've been there, where I'm like, damn, I should have just went through the regular line. It moves swiftly because people aren't taking their laptops out. People aren't taking their shoes off.
Yeah, no belts come off.
Yeah. I love that you can just pay to like have less security. Like it's just like I might
Welcome
have
to
something
life.
in my shoes, but I paid $95, so I'm good.
This is infuriating, and it's the illusion of safety that we have. And in keeping with what we were talking about the NFL, how we just make up the rules as we go along. I was able to get on a flight with my shoes on without having to take them off, and then a dude tried to hide a bomb in his shoe, and all of a sudden everybody's shoes are off because the guy couldn't. After 9/11, he couldn't get it. He couldn't get it lit.
Only the lazy have to take their shoes off, Dan. That's why you have to take your shoes off. I haven't taken my shoes off in decades because of TSA pre-check. You got to get on board with this. And that 6 hours in the airport, remember another thing that you said, I don't need the Admirals Club. You do when you get delayed.
Good
you
Admiral.
Fool.
Yeah.
You fool.
All costly. All these things. It is not cheap to be in the Admirals
You want to
Club.
know what's
Two
costly,
Americas.
Dan?
Yeah,
You
two
want to know
Americas,
what's
Dan.
costly? Spending 7 hours, not of commercial
With a
free
4-year-old.
football, with a 4-year-old on a very purposefully made uncomfortable chair at an airport, so you can't sleep on it because I don't want that.
And these
around there.
armrests, like make them so I can lift them up so I can turn this into a little cot if I need.
Nope.
It's like the most annoyingly low little armrests.
Why is that happening? Why
Because
is
they don't want people falling asleep there.
Why? But we've got so many seats in an airport. Shouldn't the seats be more comfortable? When I flew through Dubai, they've got entire areas for everybody that are just cots and normal human conditions in an airport.
Gold gilded cots over in Dubai.
They can actually charge. There are airports that have what are essentially hotel rooms. Really, the answer is they could charge you for it.
Yeah, they do.
Because like there are areas like when I flew back from MLS Cup from Portland, I had a bit of a rough night. The night that I was leaving, when I landed, I needed to take a shower when I got back, and I paid $40 to take a shower in the airport. Because
$40?
Yeah, no, seriously. Like you get a room for an hour. And you can take a shower in that room, and that's the reason why.
I've never
It's
seen
'cause
that.
Never heard of it.
Rather than
The hotel, the airport hotel.
yeah. No, not the airport
No, in
hotel.
the airport, just a
in
room.
the airport, like in a terminal. There's an area where there's just a room. That's a room for an hour, and then you get out.
It's kind of like
That's
a gym
why.
show, though, right? It's kind of like
Yeah,
someone was just in
they
here.
have that at the Admirals Club.
You couldn't pay me to do that.
Good for me.
Yeah, at upgraded lounges, they have chairs that pull all the way out and showers for your leisure. It's totally worth it. Free drinks depending on the airliner. The Admirals Club, it depends on the airport, the whole thing.
I've got a number of questions. Please put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. Does it always start with, we should have left earlier? I told you we should have left earlier. Also, I want to get into the conversation because you guys have talked about showering is such an intimate thing. I don't know if anyone else experiences it this way, but I didn't come up through high school showers together or athletic locker rooms and stuff. And so when you tell me that Gardner Minshew was living in a prison bus and going and showering every day in the gym, that seemed unpleasant to me. Now, maybe the Bonita Springs gym is beautiful. And I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm wondering if I have some repressions here. The idea of me stopping in a random airport hotel shower that has been used by Wade Phillips right before me, and
Random
And
name.
you know he's peeing on the floor, too.
For sure. Put that on the poll.
Is Wade Phillips, put it on the poll, is Wade Phillips
I am too, for the
peeing on
record.
the floor of the shower
We all pee in the shower.
in the airport stall?
I don't understand that too. If you go to the showers in the gym, it's never the guys that are really put together. It's always some dude that looks like Charlie Manuel that comes out of the shower.
So you're saying you
Am I the
wouldn't-
weirdo?
So you wouldn't use like I understand like the gym bathroom or the gym shower, not for me, Clive, but like for professional athletes, they presumably are showering in communal areas all the time. This is not new to them, so they're fine with it. Not for me, but this is like your own personal space. For an hour, you get to imagine
but it's
that
not.
this
But
is
everyone could be using it for 24 hours.
I understand. The previous hour was Wade Phillips' hour.
Which part are you not understanding? Before that, it was Charlie Manuel, and Charlie Weiss was right behind him. Ralph Friedgen was back there.
How come it's never Jeff Darlington?
It's never Jeff Darlington. It's never Jeff Darlington. Same thing with the sauna. Like, comparatively, I'm the Jeff Darlington. Surrounded by a bunch of Larry Boas.
Who's the one? Is it still Darlington, or is he aged out, replaced by Field Yates?
Oh, no. It's still Darlington. Zaddy can get it.
Do you guys know he has this weird ability to just spin things on his finger? I saw it on SportsCenter the other day. He was spinning like a seat cushion.
Yeah.
What?
Impressed, like you would a basketball. He can, any object you hand to Jeff Darlington, he can spin it on his finger, and that's a useless fact that you
He
will
can spin
need
me
nothing
on his finger, I'll tell you that right now.
Wow. Baby.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
That escalated uncomfortably quickly.
He's a good-looking man.
He is.
Also, possibly fillers. I don't know. I'll DM him. I'll ask.
Well, let's.
Who's your guy?
I've got so
Or
many
girl.
questions here. Did we just do the category that we've never done before, which is person in sports or at ESPN in sports media that you'd most like walking into the shower before you at the airport stall?
Least like.
Most like, or who's most likely to be stepping out of the shower? Because I like Charlie Manuel for this game.
No, I'm not doing the funny game. I'm not. I want to do the less funny game of what you're describing Darlington to me as, that I know what it is, and I'm making it Field Yates, and I'm asking you, well, who else am I doing? An American Psycho, a little bit neat, coming in, gives off polished veneer of businessman. He's not giving off slob. He's not sloppy. He's not, you don't see him unshaven, and if it is, it's 5 o'clock shadow that looks good on television. He doesn't come in here looking like me and Cote.
Right. Darlington's always neat. He sleeps in a suit.
Is that what we're doing then? Is it neat? Is it somebody who presents well on television
Clean.
as neat?
Really well groomed.
Tailored suits.
Really well groomed.
Tailored suits go a very long way.
do.
Very long way. Taylor Twellman, if you hang out with him, he doesn't give off that impression, but you see him on TV. Wow, this guy's put together. This guy takes
Flawless
it seriously.
suits.
Oh my
Flawless
God.
Well, how about
suits.
Shannon
Incredible suits.
Sharp? Somebody like Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp.
very tailored suits.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Never worn a tailored suit. Always buy it right off the rack, Jack.
Huge surprise.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Never
have
worn a
stu-
Stunning
tailored
development.
You couldn't have stunned us more that you didn't have an army of Italian tailors.
I really
You
don't.
want to know what happens to me every time I get a tailored suit? I gain 20 pounds. And I can't wear the suit anymore. And
Yeah.
it's always like the suit's problem. It's never mine.
Tailored suit is a dangerous game in that respect.
Oh my God. I have like 8 different tailored suits and I don't fit into any of them.
What's the clothing item that feels the shittiest when you've outgrown it?
The wedding pants.
I'm
The wedding
I'm
pants.
going with a dress shirt.
Yeah,
Like a
Yeah, the dress shirt. Yeah,
That
yeah,
2 years
absolutely.
ago you
Yeah,
wore to a
yeah,
wedding
yeah.
and you put it on and you're like,
But
nope,
it's tight
not
upstairs.
happening.
When you start having the skin peek through a little
When
bit.
you lift your
Oh
arms,
yeah, the
having that,
skin,
the
the
little
skin
skin
peek
Oh,
through.
the skin?
The skin peek through is
Oh,
awful.
no.
But I'm telling you, it's the
Spare
pants.
tire.
because
Yeah.
Very often you don't have another option. You're like,
But the
"What?
pants
I
you
gotta
can
buy new
fake.
Pants.
I can fake it through the pants because you just got to suck in the gut tight. And once you get it buttoned,
Roy, I don't think you're experiencing any of this.
I
think
am
you're-
actually.
I think you're going along with the crowd here. I believe you've been the same shape the entire time that I've known you. For 20 years, my guess is that you fit into all the same clothes you've always fit into.
No, not really. I've gained weight.
I feel like he's put on like 5 pounds since he's been a dad. Let me see your belly.
He's
Yeah,
been
let me see
eating
your belly button.
Doritos.
Stand
He
up.
has
No,
been
I'm not gonna
nonstop
stand up.
eating
Roy,
Doritos
come on,
for
let me see
20
your belly
years.
button.
Roy, stand
185
up.
pounds now.
185?
Flash
Yeah,
me.
yeah. It used
That's
to
the
be.
lightest I've ever been.
Flash
How
me your
could
belly.
Roy weigh
Come
It
on.
less
used to
than
be
me?
170.
Come on, stand up, Roy.
Criminal.
No.
Come on, Roy.
Roy, what is the dress shirt? Is it the suit? What is it? The wedding suit? What are you saying? Because you are not uncomfortable gaining 5 pounds in your clothes.
Well, it wasn't 5 pounds. It was 15. I was 170, so I'm at 185 now, and I got the
good,
tub
huh?
going. I got the tub.
May I? I'm going to make the argument that you were malnourished prior to. I think that this is your playing weight. You look great.
No. I'm fat. This is not muscle.
Bro, you're not.
I'm
You're not fat.
I'm fat
Again,
right
let me
now.
see your belly
Look
button.
left.
No, I'm not gonna.
Quit ducking the question. Let me see your
Roy
goddamn belly
Bellamy
button.
on behalf of Stubborn Defiance.
Stu Gatz here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love a good gummy. Whether I'm on the golf course or winding down after a long day of carrying the show on my back, all I need is one good gummy to help me totally relax. And now, thanks to my good friends at CBDMD, getting Delta 9 THC gummies shipped directly to your door is not only possible, it's easy and affordable. How about that? Every CBDMD Delta 9 gummy is packed with 10 milligrams of THC per gummy, and let me tell you, buddy, they work. CBDMD also has Delta 9 microdose capsules that feature 1 milligram of THC, so it's easy to enjoy them whenever, wherever. And listen, I know it's easy to get confused with all the different Deltas out there, but Delta 9 THC is the same good old-fashioned THC we've all known and loved for years. To learn more about Delta 9 and everything else CBDMD has to offer, just head to cbdmd.com/Dan. Once again, that's cbdmd.com/Dan for information, education, and the best damn gummies you've ever had. Must be 21 years or older to purchase Delta 9.
This episode is brought to you by Old Navy. Need some new jeans for fall? Let's talk about how Old Navy makes some amazing ones. Flare, wide leg, straight, skinny? They've got something like 20 on-trend options, so you can find that perfect it fit. Plus, Old Navy has locked in regular prices on all jeans through September 30th. Now, if only someone could do that for gas and groceries. So hurry to Old Navy or oldnavy.com now.
Dan Le Batard.
I actually thought you looked kind of good.
Stugats.
Thank you. The beard's grown out a little bit. I got a little life in my face, I feel like. Little tan, Colorado, San Francisco. I had a great time, man.
You got life on your face.
You've got death on your face.
I think you got 40 to life on your face.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats.
We're presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code DAN for a special offer when you sign up. That's code DAN only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
The thing that I want to continue with you, though, Chris, is because you've now trotted in the chaos X factor variable of a toddler. You were agreeing with Billy's take last week that the vacation experience is totally different now when you bring kids with you. And it seemed like both of you were lamenting it, that it's such a joyous thing to raise a child who is a symbol for the love I have for my wife, who I just made cry in the airport.
Look, life is about pros and cons, okay? And vacations before kids was all pro, right? You go on vacation, there's very few cons on a vacation, right? It's like you're eating good, you can sleep as long as you want, you get to make plans, you're drinking, you're at the beach. There's all pros, very little cons. The only con is like the last night of vacation, I have to leave tomorrow. When you have a kid, look, they wake up early, they don't want to do things. There's more cons added into vacations when you have a kid. And I'm not like, the good stuff is still great, like watching my daughter do things.
But is the good stuff better? Which is the better vacation?
Because it's not as relaxing. Vacation with kids, not exactly relaxing. I'm trying to walk a line here because I love my daughter and I don't want to be that guy, but it's just a different experience going on a vacation with kids.
Sure. Parenting don't stop.
And it's a lot, but I love my daughter. Love you, Grayson.
Mike Ryan is...
Oh, dude, I am just thirsting all over these studio hosts right now. I was looking at photos of Adam Zucker, who you may remember from CBS's SEC coverage. My God, pal.
You're doing sideline beefcake now?
Evan Washburn, you can get it.
Well, go ahead and put together the list. Let's see how many we've got here. If we're talking tailored suits, we're talking, what is the category?
It's top 5 Studio Zaddies. Okay.
I would go studio hosts that are kempt. Well kempt.
I prefer my way.
Mike Tannenbaum.
Right. I'm Mike Ryan on behalf of Stubborn Defiance. We're doing it my way.
I still don't know what the category is, though. Is it person most like
You'll
Jeff Darlington who will walk into the airport shower beforehand and you're good with it? Because it's not Mark Mangino.
Oh, God.
Adam Zucker is good.
I see what we're doing right now with the guys coming out of the shower, and I don't like it. one bit because they're all heavy set. Let's find a really thin one.
Did I tell you that I rejected that People magazine shoot, Sexiest Bachelor or whatever it was? No, I'm sorry, Eligible Bachelor was not Sexiest Bachelor. They wanted me coming out of the shower. I refused.
Good call, I would say.
The internet thanks you for that.
Well, instead, I was squatting on a pool table.
Better situation, though.
Embarrassing. Dana Holgerson would be coming out of the gym
no.
shower.
What about Trey Wingo?
Paul Feinbaum?
Feinbaum would too. It's never Ryan Smith. Shit, I may have given away my number one.
Oh, man.
I think I did.
The late Jerry Tarkanian is somebody visually.
Shark.
Yeah.
Where are we? Top 5 zaddies who you'd like or you'd prefer be the people entering the airport shower that you're renting for $40. Number 5.
Wow. Okay, you did not give me any time, but it's okay. I can do this from the top of my head. Here we go. Number 5 is Adam Zucker.
Is it all sports media personalities?
Yeah, Studio Zaddies. Ooh, wait. Can I do this on news?
The reason
I can do this on news coverage.
I know who you're going to pick.
Well, I can't do Chris Cuomo anymore.
No, but that's not. It's the 60 Minutes guy, Pelly.
Scott Pelly, yeah.
Scott. Guys, stop.
Yes,
doing
Anderson
this.
Cooper.
He looks good in a. Yeah, he looks good in a
Anderson
suit.
Cooper, wow. Good one.
Who's that dude from David?
Flawlessly
Muir?
white hair, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
I think he has the whitest hair on television.
Love it.
The problem with Studio, I might be too much of a stickler here on Studio Zaddies, but Darlington is technically not. He's a roving reporter. He's not, and Zucker is not a studio person, is he?
Yeah, he's the host of the SEC on CBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Great
there's gonna
voice,
be
great set of pipes as
There's
well.
going to be some legacy
Might have to do top 5 pipes.
top 5 guys here too. Okay, because we gotta tip our hats to the guys that made the game.
Now, this is all going to change, right? Because I do want to get into this story that broke yesterday that Amazon, in making a bunch of alternate feeds on NFL games on Thursday night, have hired Dude Perfect because they're going to have a lot of alternate programming. They're going to test stuff. Like, the day has arrived that I've wanted forever. Some of this stuff is going to be swing and miss, but Amazon has all the money in the world, and they'll just put together combinations and see if they can figure out a secondary viewing experience that doesn't just have to be the broadcast. So I don't know how far afield you're going to go here in sports, just people who look good in suits.
OLI, Tim Tebow. He looks great in a suit. This is the tailored suit thing. It's hugely important. He really can fill it out. And he also gets a haircut on the reg every week. He's a handsome man. He's got it going on. He's figured it out. I'm a big fan. I gave you Adam Zucker.
Winner
number 5.
for life. He just keeps winning.
Yeah, he does. Let's also go OLI, David Muir, ABC News.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, wow. You're going
Great lettuce.
all
Yeah,
of
also
media.
dyes it, but it's all right. In our ever-present war against aging, David Muir is at the forefront.
Fake tan.
As it relates to Tebow in a suit, Mike, winner forever?
Yeah, always.
Is he doing any anti-aging things, or is he doing it natural where he is aging beautifully without, he is fighting off age because he always wins?
His forehead is very smooth. But I got to see him. It's been a couple of months.
No accusations from you yet?
No, he's still a very young man. So nothing there just yet. Dude, how do you get your triceps that big? They tell you it's all about form. That you could actually build your triceps up with a tomato can. Did you know that?
Oh, again with this nonsense.
I've been doing
a tomato can filled with pepperoni assholes.
Yep. What'd you call me? Number 3, Ryan Smith. Come on now.
You can't have this list without him.
I know. And you want to talk about a guy that gets a haircut every week. That guy might get a haircut every 3 days.
That's
every
a disqualifier.
Yeah.
Weekly haircut disqualifier.
Yeah. Shout out to OLI Ryan Clark from like 5 years ago where he had like that mohawk going. My God, pa. Number 2, we got to tip our hat to the OG, Kirk Herbstreit. Yeah. Prior to Kirk Herbstreit, I didn't know a studio host could be handsome. Had to be done. Yeah. An analyst handsome? No way. They all look like Lynn Pasquarelli.
Yeah.
Number 1, Jesse Palmer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
No Chris Fowler, huh? No Chris Fowler. Oh, wow.
Fowler.
Chris Cotter, OLI.
Oh, OLI, Chris Cote.
Nate Burleson.
He's very good too. There's so many zaddies out there.
Herb Street is
Herbie
fighting off aging as well. I'm not sure he fills out the suits like that anymore. I'm not one to talk, obviously. I'm not body shaming Kirk Herbstreit, but is he still a zaddy, or is he one of the original? Are you just giving him, coordinating him?
Original zaddy. And he still can get it, man. And you want to know something about their suits. They don't look as finely tailored because they have air conditioning in their suits. Their suits are bulkier because they have these high-tech suits that have fans in them.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I thought it's just Herbie.
No. They all have.
They all do it.
They all have that.
Oh, that's crazy.
They all have that. I've gone BTS
The hell's
at
the world
college
coming
game
to?
day. Yeah. You think they did that show from Coral Gables with non-AC suits, you idiot? Sorry, that was mean.
I don't know why that escalated to that.
Because he just got TSA pre-check, you idiot.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people in our audience right now who do know how to take care of themselves and do know how to have a shirt not tighten.
Yeah, but they go to the gym like 5 days a week. We can't do that. I want to look great and not put in any of the work.
Me too.
Yeah, like me.
Welcome to the club.
The Stugatz, wait, like they work out in a can? You could just show up and purchase.
I'm doing a fair amount of work. I'm eating a real meal once a day on weekdays. Weekend, I treat myself a little bit. A little IF.
Aren't you feeling the ravages of 30, though, where it's not as easy to lose the weight when you go to the gym for 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm very frustrated. I used to lose weight like that. Now it's an effort that's being put in, and I'm not crazy about the effort. I'll put effort into my work. I can't do the effort for play. No. For play, that should come easy. It always has.
What happened with...
I don't like running.
Is it the pictures of the video from the golf tournament? Did you not like how you looked after not having any carbs before the golf tournament? Like, what is the source of returning with slim fasts and dyeing the
Well, the internet is very mean.
Mustache.
The internet is very mean. But let me tell you, first and foremost, the culprit here is my own personal vanity. I'm a very vain individual. I grew up as a model. How can you not be? It's a very vain industry.
You wanted to be in Menudo, right? You tried out.
I tried out for Menudo. You know what that does to a kid's psyche? I got body dysmorphia now. It's just because I was trying out in auditions, everyone telling you you're handsome, and compared to you
Not
guys,
handsome enough. Not handsome enough.
Wow, failed Menudo applicant.
You are,
No,
do you know
and
what
honestly,
you
Tony
finished?
comes along, and my standing within the show's handsome meters takes a hit a little bit because he comes young, and he's vibrant. He's got a nice body. He can lose 15 pounds at a time. You see this guy? It's ridiculous. So the young bucks are coming for my stuff. I'm not letting go of this mantle of most handsome guy on an ugly sports radio show anytime soon. You want it? You're gonna have to rip it out of my cold dead hands.
You might have been a applicant for this position that we're giving out of not good in a suit, but guy that'd be okay because he takes care of his hygiene before going and using an airplane shower.
Right. By comparison, you guys made me look like 1997 George Clooney, but now I'm getting up there. Now I got to put in the work, but I'm not going.
You don't want to.
No, I'm just going to spackle my forehead with filler. I'm going to dye my beard. I'm going to do keeps, thankfully for the results. If not, I'd be on the first plane out to Istanbul, and we'll see where this goes. If you this is bad at 36. Can you imagine what a monster I'm going to be at 40? I'm going to do stem cells live on the air.
How does one do stem cells?
I'm gonna find a beef jerky umbilical cord and I'm gonna chew it for an entire show. Whatever I can do to pull off whatever Tom Brady, just an ounce of what Tom Brady has done.
He's doing it right because he is 8 years older than you. And Tom Brady has a fountain of youth in a way that is totally inexplicable. And science is helpful, but he looks, the face is feeling some of the tightening and the stretching, but he really takes care of himself in a way that is maniacal.
Well, the on-field success is totally inexplicable. The face you can explain. The hair you certainly can explain. He's had a hair transplant. He's obviously dyeing the hair. It's ridiculous. At that golf tournament, you saw that his hair is actually a natural shade of white at the roots. So you know what he's doing. He's obviously doing filler. His face has changed. Yeah, he's got white hair in the back. You got to watch it, man. He's been, these people that have been dyeing their hair for 25 years, they're the most dangerous.
Yes, white hair.
You don't notice it happening.
Brady looks like Anderson Cooper in real life.
You're telling me that Tom Brady, if he were not dyeing his hair, he would look like Anderson Cooper.
Yes.
You're telling me hit the pressure and the stress of that job, instead of looking graceful champion icon who's going to age smoothly into a great job in retirement, never aging on television, you're telling me hair totally white like Albert Einstein.
Yes, totally white like Albert Einstein. See, people were making fun of Joe Buck having his 10th hair transplant, and I don't know if you saw the photo of Troy Aikman with his eyes like bright red out in 100-degree heat trying to train for the pressures of television, because that's what it is. These are very vain people in the TV industry. Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, they used to be the young guys. Now people are coming for their stuff. What do? They hit the lab.
Let's talk about that photo of Troy Aikman. He was working very hard. If you have not seen Troy Aikman recently, he has a six-pack when he's on a boat as the most handsome person among ugly people like
Great
Mike
hands.
Bryan with Terry Bradshaw and Jimmy Johnson and Tony Wise.
He has discovered some of the secrets that I have dipped into over the years. Go into the 90s Cowboys reunion as Troy Aikman, you'll come out with a major ego boost. There's no Anthony Collada hopping on that boat anytime soon. They're only getting older.
But he gets to 50 years old. Aikman's just about 50, is he not? And the workout that he was doing, bare-chested in the Texas heat, his eyes were werewolf red.
Yeah. And I think it was just a byproduct of the heat. I think he was physically melting there. I mean, good for him. He wants to put in the work. I'd rather do lunchtime lipo and not do any of that. Running and sweating, just not my thing. It's not. Do you like it? Do you like running and sweating? Who likes running and sweating here?
Wait a minute.
But it's the point.
I like the results.
Don't do this.
No. I like the results.
Don't do this.
I like the results.
This show came out against cycling and running, and now this sports show is going to come out against exertion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Physical fitness overrated.
Look, there are people in life who like running. They are ahead of the game. Because they do.
Yeah, they do.
There are
They-
people.
runners-
There are people.
Mike,
But let's
runners like
if
running,
we did a
Mike.
poll of Americans
Sickness.
and asked, "Do you like running?"
No, come
it would
on,
be, I would
man.
say, less than 15% like it.
Running sucks.
Right.
Run-
It sucks. But you know what? It's a fundamental part of life that you have. Sometimes there are things in life that you do them even though you don't want to.
It's
And running
unnatural.
is absolutely
It's
one of
unnatural.
them.
You could bike ride.
No, we've evolved.
What do you
I don't-
mean?
I don't
It's
run unless somebody's
unnatural.
chasing
Running
me.
is natural.
No,
What
no,
do
no.
you
It
mean
was natural when we were running away from woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers.
Correct.
Now we can just hop on a scooter. We don't need to run anymore.
Running is not unnatural.
Yes, it is.
It is. It
Yes,
really
it
is. The only
Yeah.
time I run is when I'm shoplifting.
If it were so natural, why does it... If it were
You have been useless this segment.
Wow. Jesus.
Why does it hurt me? Why does running hurt me the older that I get if it were so natural? Why do I have to have planted, like, I have specially designed insoles, Dan. That's how washed I am.
Mike, I will not.
I got plantar fasciitis.
Oh
You know
my
how I
God.
got them? Just standing watching a concert one day. I was like, ah!
Can we make these commercials, please, where Roy is coming to us on behalf of Stubborn Defiance, and now you guys put me in the position where I, as advocate for this show, Dan Le Batard, on behalf of running. Because physically, it'd be stupid for me to say that I like running. It is an ordeal.
How often do you run?
I just with my trainer occasionally, but my body parts, I need to keep them pristine and flexible. And the goal at this point is no pain. Is just don't be in pain. So don't do too much sprinting.
You're doing
for
that
example.
pliability stuff?
Yes,
That's
but-
what Tom Brady does. You know that.
It's been very healing and very healthy for me. It makes me feel okay. But when I come to you on behalf of running, I will say, having talked to people who do love running or are addicted to running, that you are leaving out a large portion of the audience when you say, on behalf of exertion, not for me, I don't want it.
No, don't want any part of it. I want the results. And this is a results business. What I mean by that is television. I don't see Jesse Palmer in the gym. I just see Jesse Palmer.
You see him in a furniture commercial.
Yeah, because he looks great. He's a zaddy. Running is an outdated thing.
Yeah.
We
it
don't
really
need to
is.
run to get skinny. We have doctors for that, Dan.
It's an addiction.
Yes.
Illness.
Yes. So is lunchtime
Like a
lipo.
religion.
This is a preposterous take.
No, it isn't.
Running is outdated.
It is.
We're on a sports show.
Bad
the
for
whole
the knees.
thing.
No.
The whole thing is predicated upon
I can't
running.
believe what I'm listening
We're not
to.
talking about running.
Unless you're playing hockey.
Soccer,
Then
running.
you're
We're talking
skating.
about long distance running. We're talking about like deciding I'm
he's
going to leave my
talking about
house.
Any kind of exertion. I'm embarrassed.
I don't
by the
like to
last
soft jog across the street.
Oh, I thought we were talking
if I'm
about long
jaywalking. I don't know. Running's for the birds.
All right.
Even the birds don't run.
Birds don't
Even the
run.
birds
Yeah,
don't
they
run.
walk.
Yes.
They're always
Except for
walking.
ostriches.
They don't walk.
Ostriches, they run.
They fly.
Emus and
Running's like, oh, there's
Cassowaries.
a bear that's going to get me.
Penguins.
And even then, you shouldn't run.
You shouldn't
Ron
run. You
McGill,
should say, "Hey, bear."
Hey, bear. No, it's a throwback to colonial times, which actually gets me thinking. How many times would you have died in colonial times? If you lived your life, but simply in colonial times, how many times would you have been dead? Because I've done the inventory. I would have died at least 3 times in colonial times.
Yeah. Take a musket ball right to the gut.
Now, I'm not even talking about like the violence and the fact that I'm considered by many to be brown.
Dysentery. You're talking about dysentery.
Yeah, but no, I've had diverticulitis one time. I had pneumonia one time. I would have been gone before the age of 27.
I saw a stand-up comedian doing a bit on if he time traveled back to 1920 right now, and he'd have all this information of like technology, how it's gonna be, but he wouldn't have any ability to like help people get there. Like imagine me being thrown in the 1920s. It's like we're gonna have iPhones. And it's like, all right, let's do it. I'm like, I don't fucking know how to do it.
I'm the idea guy.
Where's Graham Bell?
I'm just the idea guy. You guys figure it out.
I'm telling you, it's possible.
It's like a black square.
I'm not going to travel back to the 1920s. No, not my black ass.
Better.
Sorry.
No, it's never better.
It's not for everyone.
It's
Not for everybody.
No, it's always worse for everybody except for Chris Cote, whose greatest worry would be, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be a hero. I can tell these people about the iPhone.
Guys, an air fryer. All right, let's do it. Shit.